We're at Braidholm in round 5 of the Arnold Clark Men's Premiership, and it's a Glasgow derby as high-flying GHA take on Glasgow Hawks. Well, good afternoon and thank you for joining us for live action in the Arnold Clark Men's Premiership on a rather wet evening on the south side of Glasgow. I don't think that will dampen the spirits of the GHA faithful already crammed into the stand here. Their side have made a real impact in the Premiership following promotion last season, completing a clean sweep of victories over the border sides in the opening 4 rounds, and they'll hope to extend an impressive run of 15 games unbeaten here at Braidholm. Local derbies will always ramp up the intensity a notch or two, and although visitors Glasgow Hawks lost their opening 3 games, those defeats came against 3 of the top 4 teams from last season, and they'll come here filled with confidence after a big home win against Hoyt last weekend. Well, this afternoon saw 4 more fixtures in the Arnold Clark Men's Premiership, and Hoyt and Heriots Rugby served after 21-all draw down at Mansfield Park, while Kelso came out on top in another border derby. Melrose narrowly pipped at home by Curry Chieftains, and league leaders and champions Ayr beating Watsonians at Mireside by 35 points to 25. Kick-off coming up very shortly in this one. Let's have a look at the teams. GHA first of all, and Callum Forrester has made 4 changes to the side, which came back from a 29-7 half-time deficit to defeat Selkirk last Saturday. In the pack, Ollie McKenna makes his first start for the club, comes in for Sam Collins on the loosehead side of the scrum, and on the blindside flank, Matthew Conroy is in for Oscar Lonergan Black. In the back division, Aminio Bogadrau comes in at inside centre for the injured Charlie Lonergan, and on the right wing, Caleb Thompson replaces the injured Michael Hughes. On the tight head side of the scrum, club captain Michael Fox becomes the 2nd most capped GHA player of all time. For Glasgow Hawks, well, they've made 3 changes to the side, which defeated Hoyt 42-10 last weekend. In the pack, just the one change, Andrew Rutherford coming in at lock for the unavailable Aidan Orr, and it's all change in the centres. Alex Bryden, released by Glasgow Warriors Academy, he slots straight in at 12, and he's alongside Logan Jarvie. And waiting on the sides coming out here, I'll take the chance to get a quick word from the man alongside me in commentary this evening, Kaleem Barrreto.
Thank you, Bruce. No, it's a pleasure to be here on a wet day in Glasgow. I don't know why, from sunny Dundee, I expect it to be nice and dry, but here we are. I don't think I've ever been at GHA in the dry, but I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun.
Out come Glasgow Hawks, led by their captain Paul Cairncross, the hooker. And GHA, led by their captain, open side flanker Dario Ewing. And Kaleem, this will be a full-blooded even Glasgow derby, but 15 games unbeaten here at Braidholm for GHA. They'll be desperate to defend that record.
100%. I guess they've earned the right to call it a fortress. As an old Hawks man myself, I love an underdog, so I'll be secretly rooting for them. But GHA, I mean, I watched them last season against Dundee in the Cup in their final game, and a team that's come together with good continuity. It's going to be hard to stop today at home.
You showed your colours earlier. It was supposed to be impartial. Kieran Stark there, our referee this evening. And the wet weather through in Edinburgh doesn't quite seem to have made its way to Glasgow, but no doubt the weather will play a part in proceedings tonight.
Yeah, even watching in the warm-ups, just the ball skidding on the deck, it'll be interesting to see who uses the weather and the components best. See two experienced 10s who have been there and done it before, Brimsey and Gowdy, for respective teams. So we'll see who manages best in these early exchanges.
Yes, Andrew Gowdy, fly half for GHA, player coach, winning his 139th cap. He's the 9th on the all-time appearances list. Started here at Braidholm as a 7-year-old. Spent some time at Stirling, but back here in GHA colours, playing some wonderful rugby. It looks like it will be Gregor Drummond, though, GHA fullback, to get the match underway. Blasting the whistle of referee Kieran Stark. Drummond just swivels round and sends that ball off into the 22. One bounce into touch, and we'll have our first set piece of the evening.
Yeah, we've just seen it there, exactly off the deck. It's going to be tough if you don't get the ball on the full for those in the backfield. But I don't think you hit it as sweetly as expected, but GHA will take that for a good start.
Just time it at the back here, yeah?
So we've just got the one ball.
Just patient,
Hawks hooker Paul Kieran Cross has to climb his way through the fence to retrieve the solitary match ball. So under pressure inside there, 22. Hooker has to be accurate here. A little bit of confusion it looked like, but the hooker finds his man at the front. Andrew Rutherford then out quickly into the midfield. That's a strong carry just to set up position. Well, you think for the clearing kick back, they come towards the stand side of the pitch here at Braidholm. And Callum Reedy rolls the ball back through the legs of the forwards, sends that high over the breakdown. That'll come down almost in the head of Caleb Thompson. Finds his fullback Gregor Drummond just on the GHA side of halfway. McCurdy just weighing up his options, pops the ball up to the forwards on the short side. Ball knocked on, not under a huge amount of pressure by Michael Fox, the club captain. He'll be disappointed by that. That hands possession to Glasgow Hawks, and we'll see our first scrum of the match.
Yeah, some really clean exit from Hawks. As we see here, they come in with real physicality. Just a couple of early jitters, it looks like, from the GHA pack. And Hawks just riding the line.
Crouch!
Daniel, watch wing.
Bind! Sit!
Callum Reedy then to feed the Glasgow Hawks scrum. Solid effort by the visitors. Let's get the nudge on. Referee happy for play to go on. Says that's just come up in the front row. We'll reset.
Let's go on again.
Not your area of expertise, Kaleem.
No, I was holding the mic here thinking I could add something, but I don't think I can. But no, early signs. Hawks looked like they had a bit of the ascendancy in the push, but it'll be interesting to see what the second one shows us.
Didn't see too many scrums up close. Of course, Kaleem, Scotland and Great Britain sevens superstar, can we describe you as that? So spent much of your time playing sevens.
Bind!
Yeah, especially for the most recent years. I would be screaming what I think the right call is every time at 9 here, but can't say it's ever right.
Scrum goes down again. Referee says play away. Tackle in there from Dario Ewing, GHA captain. And then Emilio Bogadrau in at inside centre. Glasgow Hawks not getting any go forward in these 3 or 4 phases. Back on their own side of halfway. Now looking for space on the outside. That's a big carry. The hooker, Paul Kieran Cross, knocks Caleb Thompson on his backside. Now Hawks up to the GHA 10-metre line. Brims again just looking to use the forwards. The GHA players is down. It could be Dario Ewing. It's been turned over though. There'll be space in behind. Here McCurdy sensed that. sends the ball down towards the 22, picked up by Ryan Flett, the Hawks vice-captain.
Yeah, keep going, Red.
3 men
Just show me a bit of effort. Go back,
await
yeah.
the ball at the back for GHA.
And again, Scott.
Looking for space down in the other corner. It's a well-judged kick, stays in the field of play. It comes spinning off the side of the boot. And it's GHA who come out on top in those opening exchanges.
Yes.
No, yeah, I really enjoyed the ambition of the
Yes,
Hawks
leave
play.
it.
Paul Cairncross on the edge,
captain's
with the
got one check
physicality
on.
that they've come here to bring.
Just hold it there, Scott, yeah.
I think you've seen it there. Who's going to play the weather conditions best in these early doors to pile the pressure on will be the ones who win these exchanges. So GHA 1-0 up in there.
You right, Dario? Yeah, cool. Just take it up and then we'll carry on. Yeah, yeah, go
Treatment
for it.
to one of the GHA players, is
Right,
that?
more time off, please.
Dario Ewing, the captain,
Yep.
left inside flanker, made a
I
tackle
need a left.
in the
I need
midfield.
you to try and play that ball.
Seems to be okay. And what a start to the season for GHA, promoted from National 1 at the end of last season. Won, of course, the Cup at Murrayfield, and they've just extended that great form into the opening fixtures of this Premiership season.
Time on.
Yeah, I think Andrew Gowdy did an article earlier this week, but a side like that, I had it a bit at Mar when we were coming up. When they have such continuity and you're playing together year in, year out, and they just steadily climb, you can see the success that it brings. And I think they're a side that are definitely benefiting from that. You can see the unity in those first 4 games so far.
Rory Campbell with the throw into the line out for GHA. They set the maul, crabbing sideways
Don't
for
change.
now. And they break away towards the 22.
Pull away now.
Keep things tight for now.
Back,
With
back.
the forwards and Adam Kerr, the vice-captain. Solid defence by Glasgow Hawks. Bogadrow again. Thought about the pass. Carries into
No,
contact.
Red. No. Yeah, good.
The Hawks defence strung across their own 22. Michael Fox then comes round the corner. Big tight head prop called captain. Now GHA perhaps go a little wider. Glenn Little, the left wing, popping up on the right. That Hawks defence holding firm for now.
Don't throw it into.
Ball knocked on by GHA, according to referee Kieran Stark, and the Glasgow Hawks defence
We're here to
holding
play
firm
rugby, okay?
on their 22.
Just a scrum. Okay? He's just on the ground. There's a boy sat here. He's just throwing it at.
Yes,
There's nobody,
I'm not quite sure what to make of that.
Back there. What? He's out of the
It's
way.
tough. I'm being swayed by the crowd right next to us. Smart play, we'll say. Smart play.
Yeah. I want positive rugby from him, not that. Yeah. Hey.
The upshot
That's it, yeah.
is a Hawks scrum
That's it. Crouch.
just outside their 22.
Bind.
18 metres or so in from the stand side of the pitch here at Braidholm. A very full stand, I should say. Lots of umbrellas round the ground and down in front of us as well.
Use red.
Hints of early scrum dominance for Glasgow Hawks, but Reedy caught by his opposite number, McCurdy, at the base. The ball hurried out and hammered off downfield. Taken comfortably at the back by Gregor Drummond, but
Yeah, you just
referee
gone early. Yeah.
coming back, I think, for an offside penalty. Hawks.
No.
Yeah, you can just see edging on that line. I don't blame him for coming out early. You can see that ball bobbles a little bit. Just got his timing a little bit wrong. But if the early signs of these 8 minutes has prove anything, so this game's going to be a good tussle for the rest of it.
Dario Ewing, the man penalised. And that takes Hawks up to halfway. A very untidy line out. His hands possession straight back to the home side.
All of the time. Just, right, me first. So much chat already. We're 8 minutes in, they're asking for everything, right? I'm not having it. We're through you. You take responsibility. Yeah. What have I just said to Dario? What have I just said to him? Look, 4. Get some respect back and then we'll have a conversation, okay?
Just a slight miss. I don't think the number 3 here, Max Morrison, quite expected the ball. Let's see if that Hawks early dominance and pressure in the scrum, something on the opposite side of the ball, see if it pays off here.
9. Come in here to start. Yes. Crunch! Bind!
Everyone else is fine. He's not leaving.
If you want to lean, just set a bigger gap, Paul, yeah?
Absolutely. Let's go, bye. Go 40, let's do it. Get tight, come on, get more, get more.
The Hawks line out not functioning as they would hope. Early signs, as we said, of dominance at the scrum, and they put pressure on GHA here. Most of their back division strung across to the left. Plenty of dangerous runners out there. Working on the edge, Glenn Little, player of the match in last season's Scottish Cup final. McCurdy out to Barrreto, then in behind to Gowdy, and they get the ball to the edge and to Glenn Little, races down towards the 22. Back it comes to Gowdy. Half break by the GHA fly half. Barrreto again looking inside, goes himself. Little dart by the inside centre. Thrown to deck on the Hawks 22. Back to go to the left, inside ball to Drummond.
10, don't bother.
Door closed very quickly on him by the Hawks defence.
Back.
Well, one legally at the breakdown by Glasgow Hawks, but the referee was playing an advantage. He'll go back for the penalty.
Unlucky, you're a nobody, lad.
No, some lovely attack, especially Mino Barrreto there, just having that inside-outside option and creating a half hole for himself. You can see how slippy that ball is, even though they can go back for the penalty. Hawks coming with some real line speed early on. Clear tactic, especially in this weather conditions.
Set. On me. There's cricket there, isn't there?
A great attacking position here then for GHA. Rory Campbell, the hooker, it's his instructions. You would expect GHA to set up the ball. Ball goes to the front. The forwards pile in.
5, don't change.
Stopped initially by Hawks, but now GHA inching forward. Ball breaks up a little, still going towards that Hawks try line. Down it goes.
No! He's on board.
McCurdy, and just keeping it tight. Back it goes to Dario Ewing. Hit hard by the Hawks defence.
Red away! Leave that now!
Forward they come again. In behind, the door shut quickly by Liam Brims.
Tackle! Away, Red!
The Hawks fly half, it's a good tackle. And again, round the corner come the forwards led by Luke McCutcheon. And Michael Fox fights his way forward. Solid Glasgow Hawks defence. How long can they hold out for here? Perhaps a little bit over intricate there by the GHA backline. Still in possession though. Dario Ewing driven into contact by Adam Kerr, his vice-captain.
No.
Back again, it goes to the GHA forwards. This time it's Matthew Conroy. Back in this week at blindside flank. Then Gowdy is the short ball. It's a huge tackle by Seth Hastings. We'll have a look at that again in a second, but it's still with GHA and Adam Kerr. Inside that Hawks 22, Dario Ewing again.
Tackle!
Wrestled to deck by 2 Hawks forwards. There's a space down that left side. Gowdy throws the dummy.
No!
Cuts back infield. GHA finding it hard going in the tight spaces. Trying to go a little wider. Hawks getting two men in the tackle again. Kerr again. The big lock. The heart of the attack.
No, that's fine. He's well committed to that tackle. Yeah, good work on the ground, Red.
Look to go a bit wider now. No, Gowdy throws the dummy. Look to go inside to Glenn Little, just running off his left shoulder. But once again, the Hawks defence hold firm.
Dario, I don't know what you said in your chat, but already they've improved. Okay? Yeah. Good. Yeah. Just keep it, yeah. Understand, yeah.
Here we go. I think it's Yusuf Shaheen. You can see why he got player of the match last week with a massive shot there. He's also been leading that line speed for the Hawks early on. Seems to have no care for his body. Then you can just see it here. Gowdy makes a little half break. Just that inside-outside option like Barrreto had earlier, not quite able to keep hold of it. But really impressed by Hawks' defence so far early on, but as well as GHA's protection of the ball. Just not able to put a stamp on it so far.
Crouch!
Yes, that's two very good defensive sets by Glasgow Hawks under the pump inside their own 22. The set up, the clearance from the scrum. Seb Hastings feeds Callum Reedy. Doesn't make huge distance with his kicks. GHA still deep in Hawks territory.
Not the most ideal exit for Callum Reedy, I imagine. After that pressure, just wanting to relieve it, get the ball off the pitch. Probably much shorter than you wanted or anticipated. But let's see if they can back up the efforts now.
Getting player advantage.
Again, very untidy line out. Nobody going up, but GHA fortuitously coming away with the ball through Dario Ewing. And back on the attack inside the Hawks 22. Mineo Bogadrau. The centre partner Nicky Thompson. Now there could be space on the right edge as the two GHA wingers combine. Caleb Thompson taken down. Matthew Conroy. Good work by the blind side to rescue the ball for GHA.
He's done everything he can there.
About 15 metres out now.
Your man's on top of it.
Forwards waiting on slow ball here from Ewan McCurdy. Ball pulled back to Gowdy. Tries to hit Adam Kerr. Tries for a knock on. The referee happy for play to go on as Hawks try making nuisance of themselves at the breakdown. It's still with GHA. Back outside the 22. Throwing themselves into tackle. Nicky Thompson driven to deck. Off they go to the left again. Bogadrau. Strong carry, but Hawks looking to hold up the GHA inside centre. Fights his way to deck. Deeper it goes to Gowdy, puts boot to ball, just looking for his right wing. Caleb Thompson, the crowd on their feet. Up into the hands of Thompson now. Has he touched that ball down, or has he lost it as he looked to ground the ball? The referee will have a word with his assistant referee. I think that ball has been lost by the right wing. A wonderful kick by Gowdy.
Knock on.
Knocked on. Let's have another look at it here.
Yeah, unbelievable vision from Gowdy. We didn't quite see it. Oh, a lovely kick up as well. He's just managed to lose it in the corner. But I was wondering what GHA could do to batter down this door. The Hawks have been sturdy early doors, and that was a lovely option.
Caleb Thompson will be, I think, upset with himself for not taking that ball just out in front. But really would have expected to take that.
No big shot down the
GHA have had all the early pressure as we approach the 20-minute mark, but nothing to show for it as yet. Hawks will be very happy with their defensive efforts. They'd like to spend a little more time up at the other end of the pitch.
There's plenty of space there
engagement by GHA there. Free kick to Hawks.
The free kick. Yeah, absolutely. It just won't be your lineup. For me, there was space. You've come up. I'll keep a better eye on it.
Ball thumped into touch. Of course, it was a free kick. So the throw-in will go to GHA, but Hawks by themselves a little relief.
You're as quick as you. Just take me at the back ball, yeah? Good bit.
Throw to the front, challenged by Hawks, but it does come back on the GHA side, and strong carry by Conroy. Back to come to the right. It's that 11 play looking to catch the Hawks defence. Overfolding, but they were up to it. Pressure coming on from Brandon Sweet at the breakdown. Kirby to Gowdy again. Pass in behind the forwards was cut off. Timing not quite right there, so Gowdy goes himself. And Drummond.
Good, good.
Dogged route. And thought about the pass. Driven back again.
That'll do.
By this relentless Hawks defence.
15.
McCurdy to Gowdy. 3 options, just picks the short one. Michael Fox. Away goes McCurdy, flicks the ball out to his outside centre, Nicky Thompson.
No, let's play.
Ball lost though by GHA, and another chance goes a-begging as Hawks try to run their way out of the 22.
Watch your timing here, Dad. Yes!
GHA creating opportunities.
No!
Unable to apply the finishing touches. Ball kept in field by Glenn Little. And off he goes. Again, arcing towards the 22. Thompson again, the outside centre, fights his way forward. And the short ball to the hooker, Rory Campbell. Gowdy again, stabbed through, chased back by Ewan Muirhead. The ball rolls to the in-goal area, so easy there for Muirhead, touches that down. It'll be a goal line kick.
Yeah, I think it'd be easy to tune in these last 20 minutes and think it's not very entertaining by the scoreline, but can't fault GHA for what they've done, trying just balling at the final hurdle again a few phases beforehand.
It was just the double pump on the putting on the rough scrum. He's not done it since. So
Yes, 21 minutes played.
I don't know if you could see it.
GHA 0, Glasgow Hawks 0.
That's why I couldn't really react to it.
GHA will wonder how they have not troubled the scorer.
No, that's fine, that's fine. Cool, cheers, mate. Oh, sorry. What were you shouting? Were you shouting?
Yeah, I'm calling your name. You're not rude.
No, Kieran. That's why I'm not responding to you. I'm like, he's just fine. That's all right.
Yeah, no, just a quick word. Breakdown 9 and 10. We just feel like getting a wee bit late off the ball.
I mean, I've given you one, the rest are fine. But yeah, keep an eye. We good, yeah? Time back on. Goal line.
Kieran Stark, very experienced referee. Not too much to do in these opening 20 minutes.
Yeah. Let's go.
So goal line dropout. And Hawks get that one as far as Caleb Thompson. And off to Matthew Conroy. Well, we know what's coming here. However, clattered in the tackle. Ball knocked on.
No, both are good.
And once again, Glasgow Hawks meeting fire with fire.
Yeah, this is their opportunity here. Jesse Conroy, as you said, going fully boring.
Make sure you're giving him the space.
Just
and you make sure you don't
great contact on the ball, contact there. Again, failure to add pressure on pressure, but this will be really interesting now. If Hawks can really gain some territory, flip the coin and add some pressure, it'll be interesting to see how GHA responds.
Murray Oliver, Glasgow Hawks lock, one of the 2 players involved, the blue head guard. You can just see on the left side of the Hawks scrum there.
Crunch! Daniel, listen. Bind!
So Hawks have spent most of the first quarter inside their own half, deep inside their half. Alan Reedy out to Liam Brims. Well, happy to keep ball in hand. Very little opportunity, and showing exactly why they chose that option as they race up over halfway. Flag goes up over on the far side on the GHA 10-metre line.
Red and then he's let go of it. Yeah, go. Close.
Big D effort, big D effort.
Really nice set piece play. Again, nice little run in on the right hand side, but just failure to stay inside would probably kill them at the moment. First time we looked left of the halfway line in the game, or it feels like forever. Last line out wasn't the best for GHA. You can see if they can get this one correct.
They do indeed. Luke McCutcheon, number 8. Ball off the top. Dario Ewing with the carry. And the big forwards coming round the corner. Adam Kerr whipped out to Gowdy, who sends the ball skywards. Not under a huge amount of pressure. Muirhead at the back. Skies that one off the outside of his boot. Nobody seems to want to claim it, and it has been taken by Callum Reedy for Glasgow Hawks. Really should have been in GHA possession. And Brims realises there's space out wide. Murray Oliver with the carry. Just on the Hawks side of halfway. To Brims, it's that short pass. The Harvey Preston, still going, gets the hands free, ball inside. And Hawks trying to keep that ball alive. Yusuf Shaheen unable to take the pass. As Hawks threatened the GHA 22 for the first time, and it could be on for GHA to counter now. 3-1 on the edge. Tackle missed, inside pass. Gregor Drummond, the fullback, caught on the GHA 10-metre line. Hawks have reorganised their defence.
Out of the way, properly. Good decision, 5.
Occurred it to Sean Callaghan. GHA looking a bit disorganised there, and nobody there to clear the breakdown. The referee awards the penalty to GHA.
Cracking line break. See if we can see it on this replay. Oh, we're back to that GHA line. Same again for their side.
Flat into touch. Clearly flat,
They were just missed a quick.
touch.
Was that a tap and go?
I think GHA did up to tap and go. There's a forward pass over on the far side. I think the ball has gone into touch. There's a forward pass before that, but you're right. It was on for GHA to break. Like to keep the ball alive.
Time off, boys.
Perhaps have another look at that in a wee while. Well, maybe we could have a look at that now, because we've got a break for some treatment to one of the Hawks players.
Yeah, I think it's Harvey Preston who actually made that initial break for Hawks before giving that offload down the middle.
Yeah, so for me, I thought the clear out was in. Yeah. You know,
Yeah, that's.
got this?
I just. What?
Got this?
No,
You know
no,
exactly.
no, it's just.
Nah, for me, yeah, the Jacklers like the.
Here we go. I think that's just that quick tap and go before chucking it to the sideline, which he won't be too happy with himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he just stands up. We're trying to stay low and square.
Yeah.
Goes out as best
Yeah. Just keep doing that, and you'll get rewarded for it if they do anything wrong. Okay.
And that all came from GHA showing a bit of ambition here. Kaleem trying to run out of their 22.
Yeah, I think it was really good identification of the space with Harvey down in the backfield as well. Lovely turn and go, and I think he looks for that inside option. Again, still the same tail there for Hawks, and then GHA in this play. It's just that final pass or that final breakdown is just kind of killing the momentum. I'm never going to blame them for their ambition, though. I enjoy seeing it.
So Hawks forced into a change. Harvey Preston, the open side flanker there, going to leave the fray.
Time off.
Andrew Syme wearing 18 coming on.
There's 6, they're just having a chat. Don't change.
The Hawks from the line out, charging upfield with the maul. All hands to the pump here for GHA. Hawks spin off. That's a lovely offload off the deck up into the hands of Kaleem Reedy. And could it be Glasgow Hawks who open the scoring here at Braidholm? A space out wide, a lovely tap on, but it went forward.
Yeah, that's
Again, Hawks, they knew the space was out wide. The last GHA defender racing in as Hawks look to get it wide. We'll have a look at it here, Kaleem. That's a great maul.
No, a really good rumble, and don't mind his decision. Lovely offload to Kaleem Reedy here. They do well to protect the ball, and the space is out wide where they do ID it. Just a little too ambitious, and on the opposing side, really good read from the GHA wing. Just on Logan Jarvie, I think here. Another day, maybe that's on the highlights reel.
Yeah. Listen something. Same with you. Good listening on the
Well, if that ball had gone to hand, it was panic stations for GHA, because you could see the last two defenders racing across in front of the posts. And that would have been an unlikely turn of events should Glasgow Hawks have opened the scoring. It's still 0-0 here, but a hugely entertaining opening 26 minutes.
No, exactly. If I had tuned in, like I said earlier, I probably would have switched off thinking nothing was going on. But like I said, it has been massively entertaining. A lot of physio stoppages, but I'm not surprised by the physicality of the first 26 minutes or so that we've had. And like I said, if Hawks had scored there, that would have really put a dagger in the GHA players, as they've had much of the territory in possession of the first half so far.
Someone's been very generous with their stoppages.
Glasgow Hawks had a very difficult start to the season. First up, a trip down to Milbury, beaten by Ayr, as I'm sure many teams will fall to that fate this season, and then beaten by Curry Chieftains narrowly at home in their second game, and then beaten by Watsonians at Myerside. But a great win for them against Hoyk, 42-10 last week, which will have given them plenty of confidence coming into this. GHA have seen off all four of the border sides at the start of this season, their first season back in the Premiership, after running away with the National 1 title last season. Pressure again comes on from the Hawks scrum.
Just gonna gap, yeah, you just stay in as we talk about. Okay.
Referee Kieran Stark switches sides and has a reset. Have a look this time at the work of Michael Fox and Brandon Sweet.
Thanks, Paul.
That was a nice wheel on the scrum. I'm not 100% sure whether Hawks 11 is so deep in this area of the pitch. I'd be intrigued to see if GHA can use a short side with Caleb Thompson and his wheels. Really take an opportunity of this, if the scrum will ever set properly.
Slight hint of frustration in your voice there, Kaleem.
I'm just trying to help you. That's all.
Yes, he is very deep, as you say. Probably you can't quite see the Hawks left wing just down in front of the, well, in line with the black cap that you can see on the screen there. So it does open up the option for Hawks to play to the right, get their 8 and their 9 in right wing. About 20 metres of space if they get the ball away. That's exactly what they've done. It's picked up at the base by Luke McCutcheon. And Caleb Thompson was maybe just a little deep, the GHA right wing, but that been knocked on. Referee says it went back. Not so sure. No, it's had a call maybe from his assistant referee, because he's now playing a knock-on advantage. Can Hawks get that ball wide? Alex Bryden, released by the Glasgow Warriors Academy this week. Straight in at inside centre for Hawks. Yusuf Shaheen again with a strong carry.
That's your man.
Really having to dig for that. Brims Good defence this time by GHA. Reedy has to go digging again as the new man, Andrew Syme, is driven into contact on the GHA 10-metre line. Reedy whips it out to Brims. And that's the highest kick of the evening. Both sides went up, it comes back in the hands of GHA. And Andrew Gowdy, which means their kicker is on the deck. Setting this one up for Ewan McKirdy. The home side scrum half will take on kicking duties. Just lobs that one down towards the 10-metre line, taken well by Liam Brims. And sends it back, finds space inside the 22. Gregor Drummond covering for GHA, the fullback. He thumps that ball into touch just on the GHA side of halfway.
Some good attacking rugby from both sides and a clean exit in the end by GHA. I would like to see maybe the ball hit a bit more grass. I think it's tough on this skiddy surface before it dries up. I'm not sure if the rain's still coming down, but could be guilty. I never want to be the one saying it, as that's not my nature, but I'm overplaying a little bit early on.
I was about to say it was a better line out by Hawks, but Murray Oliver couldn't quite claim the ball. So another possession for GHA.
No, Paul, no, Red!
McKirdy, it looks like he will kick it. Gowdy instead sends that downfield, chased by Glenn Little, just a little too far. Oh, he does well as he catches Jonah Hastings at the back. The Hawks right wing. Great work by Glenn Little. That's been turned over. McKirdy spins away, tries to find space down that left flank. Another thumping tackle. One of the Hawks players. Hawks once again find themselves defending. Well, turn that ball on their 22 and there's space out here on the stand side of the pitch. No, we'll come back. The referee was playing an advantage.
Just block off it.
I think it's here a really lovely kick by Gowdy and great kick chase pressure to rip that ball in the tackle and really put the Hawks under extreme pressure around that 22-metre line. Now GHA will be praying that they can finally take advantage of their field possession and territory early on in this game.
Gregor Drummond bangs the ball into touch about 10 metres out from the Hawks line.
I think we can see it here. Great take by Jonah Hastings. Thought he did well to get his knee down, but right from GHA there, you can see them all come in. Great rip of the ball.
The GHA crowd getting behind their side, look to set up them all from the line out, but ball's been knocked on again. And GHA able to take advantage of any of the many opportunities that they've created inside that Hawks 22 in the opening half hour.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if you're Fozzie Callum Forster at the moment, what you're saying to your team. Seem to be doing everything right, and it's just that last few percent is letting them down. But tough place for Hawks to exit from here. They've had the ascendancy in the scrum.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, Fox, guys! Let's go, Fox! Let's go! Fucking want energy, mate!
Yes, Callum Forrester, head coach here at GHA, will be a little frustrated by his side's inability to finish off their chances. On the flip side, he'll be happy that they've dominated possession and territory and creating those opportunities. Just need to convert.
Yes!
And the longer the game goes on scoreless, the happier Glasgow Hawks will be.
A nice exit by Callum Reedy from that early on where he underhit the first one, but he's responded well. He's also defended really well, been physical for a scrum half early on, so been impressed by him.
The line out hasn't been perfect for either side. Really Campbell. Well, he found Luke McCutcheon. McCutcheon just couldn't take the ball. I've no doubt it is very slippy out there. I think the rain is off, but the pitch and the ball will be very wet.
Could just be a wet ball, Paul.
Yeah, I just failed to catch it. Can't say I've been up there in that position, so can't quite comment or criticise it there.
Let's go, boys.
5 minutes to go. I just want to see one of the sides put a stamp on it going into half-time and really bolster it. Bolster this game into what we want it to be.
Bind! Right, eyes up. I'm going to pocket. Set! 1, 2, 3. Oh, no! One sec.
That side, straight down.
Well, we said Hawks were dominant at the scrum. I think that's the first time they've been rewarded with a penalty. And a chance for them to make a rare foray into GHA territory. As Liam Brims punches that ball into touch on the GHA 10-metre line.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I would usually say play from this position on the opposition 10-metre line, but going by that maul earlier, if they can get that again and get it rolling, put GHA on some real pressure close to that 22, can really put them in the steads.
Tidy again. Andrew Gowdy makes the best course of action just to get rid of that ball. And it's been charged down by Emmanuel Bogadrau. Ewan Muirhead does well as he scampers away from the GHA inside centre, taken down on the Hawks 10-metre line. A loud blast in the whistle of Kieran Stark as he awards the penalty to GHA. And then steps back as the two parts to settle a little disagreement.
Yeah, I'd be right in the middle of that, I reckon, back in my day. But you need it, you love it at home derby games to see stuff like this.
A bit of humour from the man who's playing the music with the Rocky theme tune.
Somebody get me scoring, but...
Yes, just give me 10. Just give me 10 metres, right?
10 metres, right? Oh, you just want to...
Yeah. Not what we want, yeah. We talked about being responsible for the boys, so... Right. Right. It's not great coming back from you guys either, right? So... Right. Yeah, okay, we went 5 minutes at the start when it was pretty bad. Okay, we've gone 30 minutes since where I've actually been pretty happy, right? Let's none of that, yeah? Just, we'll stick with the penalty.
Are you happy, yeah?
Yeah. Posts.
The referee just laying down the law to both captains. No change in his decision. Penalty awarded to GHA. And they're going for posts. Kaleem, thoughts on that decision?
I'm actually not adverse to it, especially with how that line-out's been functioning. It usually goes to the corner there, but after the last couple, I think if it's Gregor Drummond kicking,
Got 30 seconds,
he's got a big boot on him as well. He can capitalise on this and make it 3-0. Just saves him a little bit of momentum going into that half-time period.
Well, you'll hear from the crowd. Gregor Drummond successful with his attempt from the penalty, and at long last the clock on 30 minutes. We have a score. It's GHA 3, Glasgow Hawks 0. Well, it looked like there must have been some sort of infringement in there, but the referee happy to play well. He's got a call from his assistant referee on this stand side. I think that all happened just almost too close to the referee for him to work out what had happened. Two GHA players going for the ball, got in each other's way, and it was knocked on. Let's see it here.
That gave it to me. I was trying to work out exactly what it said, and then
I think probably that's a penalty. I think that was maybe
30 seconds.
offside, Luke McCutcheon. And it will be a scrum.
No, I think you're bang on. I was going to say, I think they got away with one there, if anything. Hawks will be happy with that.
Let's go.
Just over a minute or so to go on the clock. Maybe just under there. They can keep possession and make this an all-square game. It makes it very interesting, especially with the lack of territory they've had.
Well, the back division has looked dangerous with the limited ball they've had. For the first time in the game of GHA going forward in the scrum, but the referee says illegally so. I think Michael Fox, the man penalised for boring in.
Going for the corner.
Don't eye him. It was my call. Don't eye him. It was me that called it, and you started squint. Yeah.
Well, this would give Glasgow Hawks a huge boost. Another quick look at the scrum. You can see Michael Fox there on the tight head side for GHA, clearly angling in. The Hawks, then the first part of the equation, successful at the line out. They've got the maul well set. And it's in the hands of the hooker, Paul Cairncross, the captain, taken down illegally. The referee playing an advantage here, so Hawks can roll the dice. Kaleem Reedy just lifts the ball up to the forwards, looking to keep things tight, narrow that GHA defence. Tick and go, and they flood round to the left. The GHA defence alert to the danger.
Not now, Green. No.
Set Hastings, the number 8, taken down. It's 2 or 3 metres in from the stand side touchline. Paul Cairncross, the captain, hammered, and for the first time in the game, GHA defending on their own goal line. Very slow and deliberate here for Glasgow Hawks. Dario Ewing piling in with the tackle. Now they look to go wider. Ball goes loose, no knock on, and it's with Youssef Shaheen, the blindside flanker. Coming back for the penalty. Glasgow Hawks will have another crack at this.
This makes it really interesting. Did well to secure the ball, and GHA holding their line with everything they've got leading into that half-time mark. This would be a real win for GHA if Hawks can capitalise on this.
So what happened when I came to the middle, they broke off onto a separate maul?
Nah, same maul. For me, same maul. Just wait, okay? Water off, let's go!
Just a break for some treatment to Michael Fox. And Glasgow Hawks, this time, look like they're set up to just tap and go. And if it goes to the captain, Paul Cairncross, driven forward, only a metre or so short now of the line. Still keeping it tight, Hawks.
No, Green.
Ball squirts out the side of the breakdown, snapped up by Dario Ewing. And GHA will be desperate to just get this ball off the park. And it's Ian McKirdy who just runs over the dead ball line, and with that, Kieran Stark blows for half-time. GHA survive a late assault on their try line, the first of the match.
I felt your angle just started completely straight and you went. Come around your side, have a look.
Both sides will be disappointed not to have converted their opportunities. They were few and far between for Glasgow Hawks, but they did have a chance there on the half-time whistle to go in ahead, but it is GHA who lead at half-time here at Braidholm by 3 points to 0.
Yeah, it would have been a tail there if Glasgow Hawks had gone over. I'd been really frustrated as a GHA side, but as we can see some action here from that first half, Hawks, Paul came across early on, leading from the front in those early exchanges. Strong and physical has been the tale of this game so far. Neither team quite able to put a stamp on it. Lovely by Gowdy there, and Yusuf Shaheen, as we said early on, leading that line speed and leading the physicality side of things. This was Hawks' chance in that first half, off that line out, to get some real momentum, and unfortunately just going out of play. Guess a tale of what it must be in that final hurdle every time. Beautiful break here. I think we didn't quite catch that in highlights earlier on. Left for the offloads, and again, just that final pass, just not going to hand, I guess, in these tricky conditions. And that final breakaway, GHA, Hawks a man down in the backfield, identifying space on the edge. Lovely dummy and go. Don't mind that. And again, I think it's just this next breakdown penalty given away. Another chance here, Brandon Sweet. Lovely offload to Kaleem. I think we lead on to the second phase where Logan Jarvie just fails to get that ball to hand. And lovely use of conditions here. I think Gowdy kicks this one deep, nice and high. Jonah Hastings doing well, getting his knee to ground, but just being ripped in that tackle, and GHA getting some ascendancy and pressure here. And then here, I guess this is the little stamp we had from GHA, that kick. Again, Gregor Drummond, like I said, he has a big boot. Good trust in him. Again, it wouldn't be quite what they wanted from that first half, especially with the territory and possession they had. But at least going out with 3-0 in this game, as tight as it is gives them a little bit of momentum.
So just that Gregor Drummond penalty 2 minutes before half-time, separating the sides at the break. Half-time in the Arnold Clark Men's Premiership. In round 5 at Braidholm, GHA 3, Glasgow Hawks 0. Join us again for second half action very shortly, but for now, here's a short VT to keep you entertained.
Are making moves
to a stadium we've dreamt of, a stadium every rugby player dreams of. We're making moves to Scottish Gas Murrayfield.
Scotland women face England's Red Roses in the Guinness Women's Six Nations at Scottish Gas Murrayfield on Saturday the 18th of April 2026. Join the movement.
Mark and Samantha have tied themselves in knots trying to find a new car. It's not rocket science, Mark.
Why isn't it easy?
It is easy.
With Arnold Clark, not only do we guarantee the UK's best used car deals, you can search and compare thousands of cars, adjust your monthly payments, and value your part exchange, all with a few clicks.
Find your car your way. At Arnold Clark, we make it easy.
And the stadium was silent. And I thought, oh dear, this is not good.
Well, the music faded and 67,500 fans were left alone to sing.
Hi, I'm Julie Beales, event lead for Scottish Rugby, and I'm going to tell you how the second verse of Flower of Scotland became a cappella at Scottish Gas Murrayfield. So it was 2008 Six Nations. On the day I was the show caller for all of the entertainment, and I was doing the dress rehearsals with the massed pipes and drums. The pipe major of the band asked me if I wanted them to rehearse 1 or 2 verses, which I thought was a bit unusual, but I double checked with my manager at the time and we agreed to speed up rehearsals. We would just do 1. Little did we know that he actually asked for the live performance. So as the pipe bands marched on, did their thing, in front of a full packed stadium, they came to the anthems and the pipe bands struck up and played the first verse. And then as they got to the end of the first verse, they just stopped. And the stadium was silent. And I thought, oh dear, this is not good. And then all of a sudden, everybody started singing the second verse. And it was one of those moments that you thought, wow, this has worked. We've managed to get away with it. But little did we know it was actually the start of something really, really special that has carried on since then. Flower of Scotland's a real emotive anthem, and I think you can see that bubbling over in the players when they're standing pitch side. but also when the camera pans to fans in the crowd, you can see the pride swelling in them. And at that point, when you've got 67,000 people singing it, it becomes the biggest choir in the country, if not the world at that point.
Welcome back to Braidholm. Second half action in the Arnold Clark Men's Premiership. It's GHA against Glasgow Hawks. Just the one penalty to show for 40 minutes of effort by both sides. Gregor Drummond converting his first attempt 2 minutes before the break. Kaleem Barrreto alongside me this evening. Kaleem, what do you think the respective head coaches will have said inside the changing rooms?
I think it's a tough one on the GHA side. I think we've done a lot well, but just not being able to quite capitalise it. Maybe that little forced pass to that, but again, you can read into that a bit too much. And on the flip side, Hawks, I guess they've been on the other side of that territory battle, and they've been under the pump for quite a lot of periods or long periods of the game and defended their hearts out, but hopefully now they can turn that into a bit more of attack and really take advantage of that backline they've got out there.
And I'm guessing it's a very level pitch here. You'll play it here. I'm guessing that GHA will favour the direction they're playing towards the club rooms in this second half. Is that fair?
Yeah, I would imagine so, but I can't quite remember back in the day. All I know it was wet and I had to kick a lot. Seems much of the story today, but they're definitely playing a bit more ambition, which is good to see. And let's see if Colin Sturgeon's attack in that GHA side can take hold. I know he's a smart man in there.
Yes, Colin Sturgeon, former man, coaching the backs, along with Andrew Gowdy, player coach for GHA. The second half underway, that clearing kick by GHA not finding touch, so sent back down towards the 22 by Glasgow Hawks. They get a favourable bounce, rolls into touch inside the GHA 22, and I think in fact is that 50-22. So Hawks throw into the line out. That's a great start to the second half for the visitors.
I'm not quite sure what happened with that backfield coverage there, but lovely kick by Ewan Muirhead. I don't know if that's exactly what he intended, but they'll take it early on into the second half.
The Hawks looking to set up the maul, but in the end breaking away, making a good 5 metres or so, and then it's Alex Bryden, Glasgow Warriors Academy inside centre, crashing into contact, and Yusuf Shaheen, player of the match against Hoyk last weekend, and Hawks going very, very close. This time it's Andrew Rutherford, the only change in the pack from the side which saw Hoyk. Hawks just about 5 metres or so away, looking to go a little wider. Muirhead finds Alex Bryden, driven back though in the tackle. Back it goes to Shaheen, very willing ball carrier, the blindside flanker. Murray Oliver, blue head guard on, again just going a little wider. That's a strong carry. And Glasgow Hawks will be very happy to have started the second half down at the end of the pitch where they spent most of that first half. Can they convert this time?
Yeah, good work. Thanks, Green.
Unable to cross the try line at the other end of the pitch. The closing stages of the first half. Can they get their noses in front here at Braidholm in the early stages of the second half? Murray Oliver again just straightens, drives into contact. Driven to deck. A solid GHA defence. Callum Reedy has to go digging there. I think that could be a high tackle. It is. The referee's arm comes out, indicates he's playing an advantage. Reedy looking for runners, caught in two minds there, and then just carries himself, the Hawks scrum half.
Yeah, you've got a penalty for this.
Keeping things tight again. Once more, Yusuf Shaheen, almost to the try line. Are they over? The referee having a very close look here. Has that ball been held up? I think it has. We'll come back for the penalty. Hawks over the try line. GHA holding firm. Good carry by Yusuf Shaheen. We'll have a break in play.
Back this way. Sorry. This way.
I'm not sure if the referee is aware. One of the GHA players is down. It's Michael Fox.
You're back here. Sorry, you're back here. You're back here. Sorry. Right. Corner. This way.
Well, an opening 3 minutes to the second period here at Braidholm. In contrast to the first half, this time it's Glasgow Hawks very much on the attack. Quick look at that here, the carry by Brandon Sweet. The man held up. Back to the action quickly because Hawks with the line out over on the far side of the pitch, 5 metres from that GHA try line. Once again, secure at the line out at Maul, charging towards the GHA try line, forced to play away, and it's to that man Alex Bryden, the inside centre, goes very, very close. And once again, the referee awarding the penalty to Hawks.
The only reason 9's got on is because 10's not rolled.
Alex Bryden can only have been inches away from scoring.
That's it.
And Liam Brims again just punches that ball into touch. And we'll replay from the same position. Paul Cairncross, the captain. Accurate with his arrows. However, I think an obstruction in the line out. We'll have to have a look at it just in a second, but either way, it's GHA awarded the penalty. I think perhaps the back lifter just got himself in front of the jumper.
Yeah, it's felt like some role reversal at the start of this. Hawks with all the pressure and not quite able to capitalise on it. GHA will feel a big relief there. Lovely boot from Gregor Drummond to get them back close to that time each line, but here you can see it. This might be more you, Bruce, than me, but on this line out, I think it's just Yusuf Shaheen in that, just getting in that way a bit too early and causing obstruction, which would be a bit of a coach killer there.
Yes, you could see Shaheen wearing 6 as the back lifter there, stepped in behind the jumper, essentially impeding the defence, not allowing them to get to the ball carrier. That's a strong parry. Charging through tackles. The referee playing advantage here. Dario Ewing, the captain, fending off Shaheen. The 2 back rows will have been at the forefront of play for their respective sides, and GHA finding space for Caleb Thompson up the stand side wing as well to stay in the field of play. Good counter ruck. It was Alex Bryden, the inside centre, who came in. Tempers surprisingly raised again in this Glasgow derby, a first of the season.
Yeah, lovely break here. You can see it, just a fight through the tackle. I think it's number 1, Oliver McKenna. Really gets momentum, and then just Brandon Sweet coming through a bit too early and off his feet, giving away the penalty, which just allows GHA to march up the field with not much pressure and a lot of ease.
Great to see a prop in full flow. Ollie McKenna making his first start for the club. Replaces Sam Collins, who is on the bench this evening for GHA. GHA, a cry from the packed stand here at Braidholm. The umbrella's down in front of us. Tell us that the weather has fared up. Still a slippery ball. See the hooker, Rory Campbell, drying the ball with a towel before throwing into the line out on the Glasgow Hawks 22. So GHA, having survived an assault at the other end of the pitch, can they take advantage of their opportunity? And it's Aminio Bogadrau, the inside centre, with the initial carry, and then McKirdy has to wait a second on the forwards coming round the corner. Luke McCutcheon able to take that ball though from McKirdy. Heads in hands, and the GHA faithful around about us. Yet again, a chance goes a-begging inside that Hawks 22.
Yeah, I guess the story hasn't changed so far. Cam Force will be frustrated with that, as well as the players. You just see it here. Ball a touch high and just not quite going to hand in time. Good line speed from Brimsey on the opposing side for Hawks. And again, they survive another one. One each in terms of getting the back on there. See how clean an exit Hawks can execute. This will be really important at this time of the game, being under pressure the last few phases.
Crouch! Bind! Yeah, got you. Set! 1, 2, 3.
Pressure on from GHA. Back from Reedy to Brims, just eyes up the space. And that's a cracking kick down the stand side touchline.
I don't know if he should be taking tips from the sideline on terms of where this ball went out, but that was a lovely kick from Brimsey and really nice clean exit.
He got decked by the cameraman, so he didn't have it.
I think the assistant referee caught a little by surprise there.
There's nothing we can do about it.
But word between him and the referee as to when the ball went out. Got plenty of advice from the GHA support. Rory Campbell, and for the first time tonight, confusion in that GHA line-out, nobody going up. And it's been won by Glasgow Hawks. It's good quick ball for Reedy to Brims. Alex Bryden loops a long ball out to that left wing, and Ryan Flett, the vice-captain. And Hawks now up to halfway. Brims just spins that ball out to Yusuf Shaheen. Nice offload to Murray Oliver.
Okay, just leave up, yep.
And Hawks in full flow here, looking for space down in front of us, and then acceleration comes from Alex Bryden up over the GHA 10-metre line. Good ball retention here, good quick ball for Hawks. Out to Brims again, behind the forwards, sensing the space could be out wide. GHA defence scrambling to reorganise out there as Hawks make another 10 metres or so. Once again, Shaheen with the carry, good footwork from the blindside flanker. Reedy, Brims man inside, couldn't find Muirhead though. And it's hacked off downfield. The foot race will be won by Alex Bryden. Lifts the ball up to Ryan Flett. We're under pressure from the GHA chasers who have turned that ball over. Out it goes to the right in Emilio Bogadrau. A strong carry up that right touchline, the inside centre. GHA given an unlikely opportunity from that fly hack downfield. Can they convert this time? 11 minutes or so into the second half, still leading by that solitary penalty goal. Dario Ewing charges through contact, metre or so short. GHA on the brink here with their first try. And it's Ewan McCurdy. Tries to go himself. Now the forwards will go to work. Just inches short of that Hawks try line. Back to Gowdy. Fires a long ball out to Glenn Little. And Little reaches for the try line. Up goes the referee's arm. And GHA do get their try. Glenn Little the scorer.
Yeah, I've been waiting a long time for that. Looks like some strong handbags in the corner as well, but GHA capitalising. I thought Hawks had all the ascendancy there and momentum, that attack free-flowing. The ball was quick at the breakdown. GHA definitely got to look at that in the future, but spill ball just shows the turn in the game, how quick it can flip. Gowdy with a lovely long ball into the corner, calling the shots. You can see it back here on the replay. Hawks having the ascendancy. Volley ball to Brims, he just looks inside and just the timing's off by Ewan Muirhead and that connection. And then it's just a foot chase here, and GHA managed to retain the ball, and then we find that ball into Gowdy's hands after the strong carry from Dario Ewing. Hawks scrambling in the end, and then great finish in the corner from Glenn Little.
So Glenn Little with the opening try of the match after 52 minutes. Gregor Drummond unable to convert, but GHA now lead by 8 points to 0.
No, we got a game now, and Hawks look like they came out firing from that half time. Again, we're just watching this replay again. Gowdy screaming for it, you can see it clearly. Eyes of space, back in. Then lovely ball to the edge to Glenn Little. But yeah, I feel the breakdown was a bit quick there for the Hawks, so something to look at for GHA.
That's a lovely pass by Andrew Gowdy. He saw the space, he still had to execute. Threw it perfectly into the path of Glenn Little. And the man he was awarded Player of the Match in last season's Scottish Cup final victory by GHA. Of course, they won the double. They won National League Division 1 and the Scottish Cup.
We'll just see if he jumps up.
Yeah, you can definitely see why. They're put together side. Some good names and the spine of a team that have stayed there for 3-4 years.
That advantage down there was against you, okay? I've given you the benefit of the doubt to run back into an onside position, okay? But I can't have you just shoving your shoulder and someone's back, okay?
If he's coming across my way, I'm
find the gap, okay? You're illegal. You're trying to get back to being legal. Don't do something on the way, okay? Yeah? No. Okay.
Some changes here for Glasgow Hawks. The captain, well, you can see just to the left of the referee there, number 16, Tom McTeer, replaces Captain Paul Cairncross at hooker for Glasgow Hawks, and Fraser Muir warming up down in front of us.
Crouch!
Will replace Brandon Sweet just shortly.
Bind!
Tom McTeer's first job
set
will be to hook this ball back on the Hawks side at the feet of Seb Hastings, who picks up and puts the ball out to Alex Bryden, who then loses possession. The referee playing a knock-on advantage. GHA just with the one carry and then stabbed through by Emilio Bogadrau. See some space on the left touchline. Muirhead chases his own kick, which can't be taken by Glenn Little, the try scorer. Knocks the ball on, picked up by a man in front. Was Brandon Sweet. And Glasgow Hawks awarded a penalty. Penalty they probably should have been given in the first half when they were given a scrum. This gives them a chance through Brims to get themselves into the 22, and they'll look at it here.
Green 1, green 5.
Yeah, lovely there from Ewan Muirhead. I played a few seasons with him at Barrreto in Super 6, and used to scare me about how nonchalant he was when the ball was coming to him, and he would just grab it and pluck it from anywhere anyways. And same with that kick, lovely pressure on, and it's a chance for Hawks to really put the pressure back on GHA.
He knew his way to the try line as well, Ewan Muirhead.
We good, Scott, yeah?
So Tom McTeer, his first throw into the line out, unsuccessful. And Glenn Little tidies up for GHA. And McCurdy, I think, was set to pass the ball to Andrew Gowdy for the clearance, but Gowdy just calling the forwards round the corner, wanted a little closer to the touchline. In the end, it's McCurdy who takes on kicking duties, allows his side to get underneath that. Good height on the box kick from McCurdy, and it's snapped up by Dario Ewing, and GHA on the attack again. Kaleem Barrreto pointing to our left, and Andrew Gowdy on the same wavelength. Lands that precisely where Kaleem was pointing, bounces into touch. Not the 50-22, a referee's assistant indicating it will be a Hawks throw-in, but a wonderful kick again by Gowdy.
Yeah, I wish there was a little camera on me at the same time, but me and Gowdy have that connection from way back, I'm sure, when we played together in Hong Kong. But that was a lovely idea, space. Kick to kick, and look at where they're at. Down in the Hawks 22, and the line-out's been a tough story for both teams. Be really interesting to see if Hawks can stay calm and steady and exit clean again.
I hope the mic's just not very sensitive. I decided we did, okay? Is that all right? Right, thank you. I know, come on. Sorry?
That one game in Hong Kong. So McTeer under pressure. He missed his last line out, but kept his heart rate down. Finds his man. And Hawks now looking to set up position for the kick. There's a hint of a space if they'd wanted to run that one out, but this time Reedy with the box kick doesn't get huge distance on that. Dario Ewing under that, as was Glenn Little. Neither of them able to take it. Harry McKenzie on now, wearing number 20 for GHA. But the ball beats everybody into touch.
I got it knocked onto the Red's knee.
Sean Callahan, the man to make way for Harry McKenzie in the second row for GHA.
Time off. 9.
Scott Steele on as well. Sure is a good man to bring on at this time of the game with 20 odd minutes to go.
If you're not doing it, I can do it. No, don't dump it. I'm going to have a word with the next one. Okay, time up.
Great! Nice call! Bind! Get Matty ice!
Scott Steele on for Kaleem Reedy at scrum half. Fires the ball out to Brims. Big collision in the midfield, high.
Two upright.
The referee judges Bogadrau
No, he's completely upright.
guilty of a high tackle, playing an advantage here.
He's got penalty advantage just in there, Scott.
And there's space and numbers out here on the stand side of the pitch. Instead, Bryden takes that ball into contact. Steele.
Still got it.
Again, back to Brims. Rutherford pulls the ball
Yes.
out the back to the backs and then gets back to his feet. Plays scrum half. Good work by the Hawks lock. Hawks going nowhere here though.
Just the high
I
tackle.
think Kieran Stark will come back for the penalty. And Scott Steele not hanging around, looking to make an impact early. Gets the return pass from Oliver. Scott Steele giving his side some real go forward there, and there's space for Alex Bryden. A ball put through, chased by Steele. And Steele with the tackle. That's three great efforts from the replacement scrum half in quick succession. And he wins his side. A line out deep inside GHA territory.
Don't even need to say anything, do I? Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's what you get when you bring on a player of his accolades and his experience. Straight off the bat, lovely tap and go as well, to really bring momentum back into the Hawks side, and they've got possession now deep into the GHA half.
Down behind you, imagine what they're seeing.
I've done the same thing both times.
So I thought there was enough of a space.
Well, that's perhaps just what Glasgow Hawks needed. Kaleem Reedy's done well, but the injection of Scott Steele is lifting the pace of that Glasgow Hawks attack.
Yeah, close enough.
With the break, fed Murray Oliver, the return pass, and chasing that kick there, and he was the man who bundled the GHA winger into touch. And the reward is a line out, about 6 metres out from the GHA try line. Tom McTeer.
Thank you.
50% success rate from line outs since coming onto the field of play.
Good!
Successful with his third attempt. Them all well set here for Glasgow Hawks, looking for first points in this match. They're over that try line, the referee having a very close look and awards the try. The power of the Glasgow Hawks pack from the line out.
He had it on the line and then
And we have a game on our hands here. GHA 8, Glasgow Hawks 5.
Six.
Just about to watch that replay here at the line out. It's tough to make out exactly who had the ball in there. Might be.
That guy's big 18, yeah?
No, we can guarantee it's definitely a forward, is my guess, as far as you can go.
Well, you can see Tom McTeer, the hooker there, so it didn't make it back as far. I think it's the loose head prop Brandon Sweet.
Yeah, he's still on the pitch, isn't he?
He is indeed, yes, hasn't yet been replaced, and I think I could see him at the bottom of a pile of bodies there. We'll get confirmation just now, but I think Brandon Sweet, the try scorer. Either way, that is a great conversion attempt as Liam Brims raises the flags, and it's a 1 point game. GHA leading by 8 points to 7.
Yes, here we go. Definitely is Brandon Sweet. He is a bulldozer carrier so far in this game. Counter-rucking, driving, ball in hand. And he gets just reward for some hard work so far. 60 odd minutes on the pitch as a loose head prop. We've definitely got a game on our hands now. 8-7, 1 in it.
So Brandon Sweet, the try scorer. Again, credit has to be given to Scott Steele shortly after his introduction to the game.
Right, let's stay with that hole, so let's go this way a wee bit.
Glasgow Hawks won themselves a line out, 6 metres out from the GHA try line, converting on this occasion. Liam Brims adding the 2 extra points. It's a 1-point game, 15 minutes or so left here at Braidholm in the Arnold Clark Men's Premiership, round 5.
Crunch! Sink! Find!
The crowd's gone just a little quiet around about us. It's Glasgow Hawks in the ascendancy here, however. Powerful scrum from GHA does come back on the Hawks side though. The 2 inside centres going head to head there. The Hawks carrying with just a little bit more bite now as this game goes on. Steele again using the forwards.
Leave it, just leave that.
Play down the left touchline, the flag goes up. It will be a GHA throw into the line out. The momentum has swung very much in Hawks' favour.
Massively, still that breakdown is a talking point. I think that initial contact or that breakdown, GHA have got to find a way to slow them down, slow that Hawks attack down, especially Scott Steele at the base.
Okay, time off. Timing at the tail, okay? Two knock-ons. It's another good one, huh?
So more changes, I think changes in numbers as well. We were perhaps crediting Scott Steele with all the good work, but it might well have been James Cooper, who I see wearing 20 down in front of us.
Yeah. Let's go, Sam! Unless there's anything new there. No, just it.
This would be a really interesting spot, especially mindset-wise. I know Gregor Drummond didn't quite get that kick going 10 in response to Hawks' try, but more than it being a mistake of mistakes, it's just really interesting to see what GHA do mentally. And there we go. This is we're speaking.
Yes, let's get behind the boys. When I say G, you say G.
Scrum penalty goes the way of GHA. Hawks had the better of the set piece in the first half. GHA towards the end of the first half, it looked like they were perhaps gaining the ascendancy. They certainly have in this second half. And a chance for them to get themselves back into the Hawks 22. Probably a little optimistic there, up to the 10 metre line, into their half. Gregor Drummond with the kick for GHA. Campbell finds the vice-captain Adam Kerr in the middle of that line out, and another very strong carry. Brims just a little high with the tackle. Looks dazed as he gets up. There's a gap in that defence for Bogatrow. Powers his way forward, fending off tackles, takes play up towards the 22. Counter ruck from Hawks. Still with GHA. Mackenzie ball lost though. The referee was playing an advantage, so penalty to GHA.
10 red, just completely upright. 2 tackles, one there, elbow.
11 minutes left to play at Braidholm, 1 point separating the sides. Gregor Drummond, penalty in the first half
Guys, can we get a decision quick?
The only
Daniel?
points of the opening period. Glenn Little try 12 minutes into the second half, extending the GHA lead out to 8 points to 0, but the reply through Brandon Sweet, converted by Liam Brims. Swinging momentum the way of the visitors. A chance here for GHA
Just time off, guys.
re-establish
Keep it straight, too. Keep it straight.
the position in this game from the line out, about 7 metres or so out. Campbell
Good timing.
again finds his man, the ball transferred back into the hands of the hooker. The ball well set here for GHA, powering towards the try line. It'll be very difficult to stop. Over they go. That's the second try for GHA. I think Rory Campbell, the man who will come up last with the ball. And it's GHA 13, Hawks 7.
Yeah, from the off in that maul, looked like Hawks weren't ever going to stop it, and they just stayed together, really strong. Can't say I've been at the back of too many of them, but really well drilled. Surprising the lineup before Hawks didn't challenge it after what we've seen for most part of this game, but there was only one option for them, and GHA got the upper hand in that physical battle.
Might not be back on, but I'll be around about that, right?
GHA with their second try.
Really big.
Gregor Drummond just
really keep up the intensity.
eyeing up the conversion from out wide on the right.
Okay.
Lovely view
Clear comms, big decisions.
of the posts through the eyes of Gregor Drummond. Just fades past the right hand upright, so 6 points the difference between the teams. 9 minutes left to play.
I'll let you get back in.
So Glasgow Hawks still within a converted try of winning this game.
I'll let him get back in, right?
Another look at this maul from the line out. Just see if we can pick out who comes up with the ball. I think it is the hooker, Campbell. It is indeed. He thought about transferring the ball back, but he could see the try line in front of him. Touches that ball down. GHA lead 13 points to 7. We'll just look to clear the lines here as Dario Ewing clatters his way into contact, not for the first time tonight.
Fucking fetch him! Square, square, square! Get down, square! Square!
Yeah.
Hawks will be desperate to force GHA to give them the ball back here.
Yes. No, it's clearly back foot.
Kirby taking his time over that one. Is that down over halfway? Taken well by Ewan Muirhead. Evades the first tackler. Right, it goes to Tom McTeer. And then away goes Steele. It's back to his feet. Taken down on the GHA 10-metre line. And Brims whips the ball out to his outside centre, Logan Jarvie. Well, Hawks very slow to clear the breakdown there. Allowed GHA to steal possession. The crowd on their feet here. It is on the GHA side. McCurdy is taking his time over this one, allowing the forward pod to get set. Finds Rory Campbell, the try scorer. McCurdy back to Gowdy. It's another high hanging kick. Allows Glenn Little to chase, and that's good work by the left wing. Makes the tackle on Ewan Muirhead, the Hawks fullback. GHA trying to win that ball back, but illegally on the ground. Jono Davis, I think the guilty party there. Well, that kick hasn't found touch. That's a bad mistake by Hawks. As Gregor Drummond sends the ball back up towards halfway. There will be a Hawks line out, but they would have hoped it to be 30 metres or so closer to that GHA try line.
Yes, definitely an interesting point in the game. 6 minutes to go or so. No side either stamping or taking it home just yet.
You could just sense the tension inside the stand here. One on the ground by Scott Steele. Replacement scrum half for Glasgow Hawks. Most of the replacements on the field for both sides. Steele picks up and goes to the right. I think perhaps a high tackle there. Fraser Muir on wearing 17, plays scrum half. Scott Steele back in there. Out it goes to Brims. Bryden taken round the ankles by Caleb Thompson.
Tackle! Thank you.
Let's get that ball out to the left wing, then the forwards go to work again around about halfway. Steele trying to catch that GHA defence out as he goes back to the short side. Brims again with that flat pass out to the forwards. Ball looks like it's out the breakdown. Dario Ewing couldn't quite get back to his feet to steal it. Solid tackle by Andrew Gowdy. Probably trying to avoid making tackles, defending out on the wing, but it was a very solid effort by the GHA fly half. Hugely experienced, 139th cap. Another big tackle coming in. GHA just not allowing Hawks any go forward here, and they'll be unwilling perhaps to put boot to ball. Glasgow Hawks realise the time is running down, but I think that's a sensible decision by Liam Brims. They weren't going anywhere at all. And he finds Glenn Little. Well, it very much was the right decision, because the return from Glenn Little goes straight into touch, and that will give Hawks a penalty between the GHA 22 and 10 metre line.
Yeah, we can just see it here. Brimsy adding a little bit of space out the back. Ewan Muirhead in a big hit from the edge. Gowdy throws his weight about more than people expect sometimes, but like you said, you mentioned it there, I think there's way more time on the clock than it feels like, especially when there's 6-7 minutes to go and you feel like you need to keep playing, but time, just territory still there, like we just saw Brimsy in the end, resorting to that. If you can take control of that kicking game and force them to kick the ball out in that 10 metre line or to the 10-22, then you're making yards and you're still saving time on the clock.
Nowhere near them.
Around about 5 minutes left to play here at Braidholm. A 15-match winning streak on the line here for GHA. A converted try would win this for Hawks. But the line out goes astray, not for the first time tonight. That'll be a source of frustration for the Glasgow Hawks coaching staff. And then the error compounded. No release on the deck, and a penalty to GHA.
Stop your feet, come on!
9.
Commentators don't like this,
There's 4.
Well, it's certainly been a very vocal support here at Braidholm tonight. There have been moments in the game where you could sense the tension around about us, and the game certainly not still in the bag.
No. You got that just over 4.
GHA will have a throw into the line out, and a try now would certainly put this game to bed.
Be interesting to see what time of the clock's correct. You can see 76-17 on ours and 78 down on the ground. But that sun's starting to come out.
Yes, that was the least expected occurrence of the evening, was the sun making an appearance late in the game. The first half hour played in the rain. conditions not ideal, slippery ball, and I think that's led to 2 or 3 errors tonight.
You can play the ball, he can't play you.
And there was one of them, that ball lost at the line out. GHA would have just looked to see this game out inside Glasgow Hawks territory. Just gives the visitors perhaps one last chance to take the win away.
Yeah, it's like we said, 3 minutes is still longer than you think to play. I know the clock here says there's 5 seconds to go, so be interesting to see what it really is and the desperation in that Hawks attack.
I think the clock on your screen is correct. Right, 2.5 minutes left. That's a powerful scrum again though by GHA. Referee Kieran Stark perhaps unwilling to give away any penalties, rightly so, when he's unsure of the game on a knife edge.
You want dominant and need you going straight. Okay, sorry. Yeah. You're saying if you want dominance,
A
you
win
need to go
for
straight.
GHA
Okay.
will not only extend that winning run, take them back up into second place. A bonus point tonight, so there'll be a couple of points adrift of league leaders here. I think many people would have expected to see them sitting second in the table, the promoted side, after the opening 5 rounds of the Arnold Clark Men's Premiership. Can Glasgow Hawks spoil the party? Attacking from deep, the referee playing an advantage. GHA just a little over-eager in defence, they'll have to be careful here.
Just give a mark for that late tackle, boys.
Well, the ball goes loose, so the referee will come back for the penalty.
No, but 1.5, Scott, that's wrong.
So Liam Brims look to put this ball into touch. Can't be too greedy here.
Yeah, Scott, put them on the halfway,
The referee indicating about 90 seconds left to play at Braidholm. We're almost in last chance saloon for Glasgow Hawks. The line out right down in front of our commentary position. So Tom McTeer has to be accurate. Well, it's a bit untidy, but it does come back into the hands of Scott Steele.
No.
And Glasgow Hawks 6 points adrift, looking for a converted try. Get their second successive win, having seen off Hoyk 42 points to 10 last weekend. And they pick up an unlikely victory with the last play of the game here at Braidholm. It's with the forwards, it's another good carry up towards the GHA 10-metre line. It's through the hands, Muirhead to Cooper. And Hawks working their way up towards that GHA 22. Ball flung back by Scott Steele, desperately trying to keep the ball alive. GHA hurtling into contact and they win themselves a penalty. Glasgow Hawks holding on too long on the deck. Fraser Muir penalised. And that should be enough to secure the game for GHA. And Gregor Drummond puts that ball into touch. The referee Kieran Stark blows for full time. And it is GHA who pick up the 5th consecutive win on the return to the Arnold Clark Men's Premiership, back into second place in the table. And Glasgow Hawks threw everything at that game. Some outstanding defence in the first half, gave themselves a chance. And with their try, narrowed the game to 8 points to 7 with about 15 minutes left. But GHA with that late try for Rory Campbell and then held on at the end under pressure from Glasgow Hawks, and a well-deserved victory for GHA. and they won by 13 points to 7.
Yeah, GHA managing to maintain the Fortress title. I don't think Hawks will be too displeased with that going into the season so far. Played some of the top teams so far and they've done really well. Some really lovely attack in there, and defense, like you said, really stayed strong in that first half, which diminished a bit of GHA's flourish. So both sides positives to take away from today, but what a game considering it was 0-0 for 36-37 minutes in that first half.
Well, let's have a look at all the action then from the 80 minutes. And there's a lead up to the opening try. Glenn Little, the scorer. We can have a look at the build-up, the mistake made. Ball hacked off downfield by GHA. Kaleem Barrreto will talk you through the rest.
Yeah, again, lovely appeal from Darryl Ewing, captain. Building the momentum in that phase, and Gowdy throughout this play was screaming for the ball. Here you can see him calling for it now. Vision, eyes up. Sees the space on the edge, and a lovely ball from here in these conditions to give Glenn Little a chance to slide into the corner.
What's that, 30-metre pass, as you say, in difficult conditions, straight into the arms of Glenn Little. Gregor Drummond, who had kicked a penalty in the first half, missed the conversion, but 8 points to 0 they led at this stage, but back came Glasgow Hawks through Brandon Sweet.
Yeah, not much I can add, I guess, on the technical side of things, but like I said, he bulldozed the whole game, and just reward for Hawks' pressure. I think Scott Steele was quick at the base, and James Cooper bundled the wing into touch in a real momentum of 3 phases.
Liam Brims with the conversion, and it was a 1-point game at this stage, but GHA had the last word. Rudy Campbell, the hooker, and the scorer.
Yeah, again, just good drills, being clinical as a top 2 side should be, and you can see momentum really took hold there, and then the fans were all behind them at this point.
Well, let's see what that means for the league table. GHA, as they finished last week, come back up into second place. No bonus point for them this evening, so now sitting 2 points behind league leaders Ayr, both having won 5 from 5 at the start of the league season. Curry Chieftains and Watsonians, the other 2 sides in the top 4. Currently Selkirk at the foot of the table, but still very much in touch with the teams above them. It's been an interesting opening 5 weeks in the Arnold Clark Men's Premiership. A reminder just of the other results from today. Huyken Heriots serving up a 21-all draw down at Mansfield Park. Kelso coming out on top in the Border Derby, beating Selkirk. And then another tight game down at the Greenyards. Melrose very hard to beat there, but Curry Chieftains getting the better of them, 36 points to 31. And league leaders, champions Ayr, doing a job at Myerside, beating Watsonians by 35 to 25. And then confirmation at the bottom there of this evening's result. A very entertaining game here at Braidholm, and it was GHA who ran out winners, 13 points to 7. So that's it for our coverage of a full-blooded Glasgow derby this evening. I hope you've enjoyed the action, and from all of us here at Braidholm, thank you for watching.